And hello, good afternoon on this Sunday, August 24th, 2025. Current time is 06:37 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, as well as over there on X. And we have a special event that I end up broadcasting when they do have, and that's the Starship launch of Starship 10. It's on the pad right now. We have about an hour and 8 minutes before launch, and this is the 10th time they've launched Starship. This is Starship 37 on heavy booster number 10, or no, 16, heavy booster number 16. So we're going to have a launch. We're going to watch this. It's a watch party in a manner of speaking. I've got several uh, uh, what is it several YouTubes that are up here. We're going to be watching the launch when let's see, let me check my audio here, folks. And hey, hello, Tim. Tim, how you doing? Having a great Sunday. Hope you're having a great Sunday too. And let's see how we sound over here. Okay, okay. The audio's good and stuff like that. We're loud and clear, 5 by 5, as they would say. Um, but I usually watch these, and this is the 10th one. I think I've broadcast every one of these, the starships themselves, the SpaceX and stuff like that. Yeah, they go up pretty frequently, even though space travel is not a simple thing. And I've been a space nut since I was a kid, and this gets me excited because we have an opportunity to see the most powerful rocket on this Earth take to the skies, and it's uh, built right down there in Boca Chica, Texas, I guess it is called, down there at the SpaceX complex. And I'm pretty excited about it. So you can see that I have one YouTube on the background there, and we're going to be seeing YouTube feeds from NASA. They say it's not associated with NASA, so I'm just going to say NASA. They have some good coverage. That's what's on the back screen right now. Space flight, and then we're going to be watching the launch pad. What's the other one I just brought up here? It's not the launch pad. It's called um, Lab Padre Space. Those are my main ones that I go to. I bounce back and forth. What's that? Lon Padre Space. So those are the main feeds that I go to as far as that goes. And so right now, currently, let's see what we can bring up here as far as an actual video here on the stream. This is from the launch pad. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and squash the thing there, and we'll bring it up here on the. Let's see. Is that the one I want? Let's see. Let's make sure I. Let's see. We'll go with that one. Yeah, that's the one I want. Share that, and let's go ahead and go full screen. They got some music. We're not going to listen to the music, but we're going to go to this one right here, and that's the current state that we have right there on the launch pad. We got 1 hour and 4 minutes for this to take off. IFT-10 test flight launch of Starship 37 and heavy booster 16. So the last two launches have not been good. I would have to say, but you can see the green. Our green indicators up here. You have beach closed. They closed that earlier, and then the tank farm was activated as far as getting ready to refuel the Starship and heavy booster. And that's what we're going to be looking for next. Right now, you do see some what looks like smoke, but that's the liquid oxygen venting off. So they're in preparation as far as that goes, and we'll see what happens here. We do have. Let me check the Facebook. We do have it on Facebook, I thought. Uh-oh, let's see. Did I send it to the wrong Facebook? Oh, are we on Facebook at all? It says we're on Facebook. So which Facebook did I put it on? Let's see. Let me see if I can try and find it here. Should be on the Fireman Rich Facebook. Oh, there it is. Okay, it is. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so we're on the Facebook, the real Fireman Rich Facebook, and let's see. We're over on Kick. We're on Kick, where we currently have nobody over there. We're on X Live as well, and we currently have. Well, I thought we were on X Live. Let's see. Let me refresh it again. Let's see. No, we didn't activate the X Live. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and put the hot link on there. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. I guess I forgot to hit the button. No problem. We'll go with that. And we'll put a picture up there. But I hope everybody's having a great Sunday as far as that goes. And we still have some time here. I got some verbiage to sort of talk about coming up on the 1 hour mark. Now, it's not 100%, having broadcast a lot of these. Some of them, the very first one, they scrubbed like 2 or 3 times. And so let's see, let's go with that one. Okay. All right. Okay, we got the hot link on sorry about that, X Live, and we only have 6 platforms up. So, okay. So, but we'll be up for the next hour and a half to 2 hours. Once the flight starts, we're going to stick with the flight, and you can see after they're done fueling, you're going to have the Lauch's liquid oxygen is loaded, booster is loaded, or the Starship is loaded, the booster is loaded, Raptor engines are chilling, and then they get into the launch sequence over here. And then they'll continue through with the flight, and hopefully we have a good flight. It's going to be a suborbital flight. It will be launching in Boca Chica, Texas, and fly out over the Caribbean, the Atlantic, over, I think, across the southern tip of Africa into the Indian Ocean. And we'll be touching down in the Indian Ocean off the coast, the west coast of Australia, off of Perth, Australia. It'll be a couple thousand miles out there. I don't think they're going to land it. I think from what I've been hearing, it's going to, and we're under an hour now. We're at 59 minutes and 45 seconds until the launch. And the SpaceX aims to launch the Starship Flight 10 mission no earlier than today at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we're about 45 minutes away from that, if conditions allow. That's a big one. They have to have the conditions to allow it as far as it goes. Let me check something here. I'm going to check this. Okay, let's go ahead and silence this one. Is this videos from space? We'll go ahead and let's see. I'm going to go ahead and mute that one. We'll have that in the lineup. But SpaceX is counting down towards the launch here for the 10th space Starship mega rocket, the largest rocket on Earth. But if you're hoping to watch the flight test, you'll need to know when and where. Well, we're here now, so that's all that matters. So, but Spaceship Flight 10 is the 4th Starship launch of 2025. This is its fourth one this year, so that's a lot by SpaceX. But the company hopes it will be the first successful one of this year, because the previous ones, they've collected a lot of data as far as that goes. And three previous test flights, Flight 7, Flight 8, and Flight 9, each failed after liftoff, and another Starship exploded on the test stand this past June. NASA has picked Starship to land the agency's Artemis 3 astronauts on the moon by 2027, which is in a couple years. And SpaceX hopes to use the rocket to eventually send humans to the Mars. And you've heard that before, as far as sending. Elon wants to go to Mars, and but the rocket, it stands 400 feet, which is 122 meters tall when fully assembled, and perfect. Perfect. It just has another technologies like the space. They have to do the rendezvous and the refueling. Starship landing vehicle, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I'm just looking at the verbiage that's I posted up on X from space.com. Let's see. And let's see what else we got here. The upcoming flight will continue to expand the operation envelope of the Super Heavy booster, with multiple landing burn tests planned. So they're going to be testing, turning the switch on, turning the switch off for the engines, in a manner of speaking, I guess. SpaceX wrote of the upcoming venture, it will also target similar objectives as previous missions, including Starship's first payload deployment and re-entry experiments geared towards returning the upper stage to the launch site. And that would be Starship 37, the actual Starship. They, as far as to bring it down in one piece. And I can say that what's that?
I just look at the temperature.
Okay. Yeah, it's currently 77 degrees Fahrenheit here in New York State. They have tried doing the first payload deployment. They've had trouble opening the door. It's been partially open. They have yet to deploy anything from, and I guess they have like a Pez dispenser. They got 6 dummy Starlink things that they'll shoot out the side door there and stuff like that. The payload consists of 8 large flat objects that SpaceX calls Starlink simulators, which are meant to replicate the size of the forthcoming third generation of satellites for the company's broadband low Earth orbit constellation. SpaceX is also to perform a relight of one of the 6 Raptor engines during the I guess this is important, to be able to turn your engine off and turn it back on. So they'll be testing that. So let's see, what else we got? And that's basically it. It's just sit and wait, and hopefully we will have a launch here as far as that goes. Okay, what do we got here? Let's skip that. We got no more activity? Let's see if we can get some commentary going here. And this is over on NASA Spaceflight, and there's a gentleman speaking right now that knows a lot about space. So let's listen in. I get okay, here we go.
Window as well, just what you said. I have a screen that is just dedicated to quickly moving back in the timeline if I see something, and just quickly checking, did I see that correctly?
Okay.
But if you're watching multiple sources, it's also good to actually have them on physically different devices, because then the sound comes from different places and you can localize more easily and keep track of 3 or 4 different people talking.
Yes.
I don't know how you do that. Even when I'm with friends in person and we're having dinner or something, if 2 people are talking to me, or if there's 2 things, I cannot multitask in that way. So wow, Scott. How about we do some questions while we wait for ship prop load to start, which should be pretty soon, right, Alex?
Yeah, so according to their timeline, it should be in 11 seconds from now. I'm looking at the countdown clock there up the top, and so according to their timeline, it's at 53 minutes out. So 1-0, and there we go, 53 minutes out for the launch. So yeah, these times are all approximate, but I suspect that we're probably gonna get some kind of post on X from.
Let's see, Tim. This user has turned on block whispers from stranger in their privacy settings and music start conversation with you first. What are you talking about, Tim? The user has turned on block whispers from strangers in their privacy settings and must start a conversation with you first. Yeah, I've told you this before, Tim. We don't do the whispers, buddy. Okay, we don't do the whispers, and as far as that goes, so please comply. I don't turn my whispers on. I don't do the whispers. You do that one more time, my friend. Oh, well, you're trying. I think I explained that the last time you were on the morning broadcast. For those people watching, I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich. I do a broadcast Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as far as that goes, on these fine social media platforms. And as far as a morning broadcast, a morning coffee, as far as that goes. And we have fun with it. Right now we're on 6 platforms. Usually we're on usually we have 7 platforms as far as that goes. And I just forgot to turn the switch on one. I think I had everything, but we're on 6 platforms right now. Rumble, where we have 3. We have Locals, where we have 1. YouTube, we have 2. Thank you, YouTube. You have 2 viewers over on YouTube. We have 1 person on Twitch, and nobody on Facebook. And Locals won't show up. Well, actually, I should put this up on my thing here. As far as I forgot to put that up there. There we go. That's what we're looking at. You won't see a number on the little chain links. That's for link or for kick, as far as that goes. And oh, thank you for the follow, whoever followed. Let's see, we have Declared. Okay, hi, Declared. Thank you for following. Let's see. Let's check this. Let's see. Let's check who Declare is. Let's see what Declare is. We have time. We have, what do we have? We have 50 minutes till launch. So let's check out the current follower here on the Twitch. If you heard that noise, that usually indicates that we have a follower on, and that's Declared Savior. Declared Savior. Oh, okay. 107 followers, and as far as that goes, and glad to have you here, Declared Savior. And let's see, looks like you do broadcast, as far as that goes, so do thank you for being here, my friend. And let's see, let's go back. Let's see, we go right here to, and let's see, first time chatter Declared. Hey, just watching to hear your opinion on. My opinion is I hope they have a successful launch. I'm all for the successful launch. I've been watching space flights since I was a kid back in the 60s. That's age dating myself, guys. I actually saw the very first space launch with back there, the Mercury, on May 5th, 1963, I think it was, with Alan Shepard. And I was just a youngster then, and that was a suborbital. It's sort of what Blue Origin is doing now. So this is just off the hook as far as I'm concerned. That's my opinion declared. Declared. Okay. And let's see. You've been on YouTube or you've been on Twitch since June 11th, 2013. Very good. So you've been on for a while, and we're glad to be bringing this to the Twitch side of the house. And I'm just checking my feeds here because I do have a number of feeds up that when they come up, we will be going to them as far as what they have. I even have the AP, believe it or not. I just get a news agency in here. When space.com goes, that's who I primarily tag off. Haven't streamed since COVID. Oh, you haven't since COVID? I started doing a lot. I've been streaming for well over 10, probably close to 15 years now, off and on there declared. So I don't know if you ever heard of this program called HAPS. I was on HAPS for a while, and then after HAPS closed down, I went to Twitch. Prior to HAPS, I was on, Periscope was there. Then I was on Blab. And then I don't know if you remember Meerkat. I just started looking at Meerkat and they shut it down. Probably the first time I ever live streamed was going back to the Ustream days. So, but Twitch, I've been on Twitch since they changed. They used to be Justin TV. So I've been on it for a while. So I'm no stranger to it and stuff like that. And I do enjoy coming on here. Just so full disclosure, I am a retired individual. I'm officially retired. I'm a senior citizen, guys. Okay, I'll come clean. No, I retired from my day job 2 years ago, and prior to that, I was in the United States Air Force for 20 years. I was in the United States Air Force from 1977 to 1997. I was an aircraft rescue firefighter. So I did crash rescue, and I also did structural firefighting. Also certified fire inspector. I've been in the position anything from a hand lineman, crew chief, station captain, assistant chief. You know, I played all those, and that's fine. Declared. Thank the people that are in now because it's a whole different scenario now as far as the military. I would have never thought when I got out, I retired in 1997, that we'd be facing a lot of the missions that the folks that are in the service now have to face and take care of. I'm checking my feeds, and let's see. This is off of, let's see. They got a commercial going right now, so we'll wait on that one. This is from, who's this from? This is from, La Padre. And so I'm located here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York. I'm between Binghamton and Elmira on the southern tier, right there on the border of Pennsylvania in Tioga County. So to give you an idea where I'm at as far as that goes. And let's see, we got the Steamboat trying to come in. I love the auto mod on Twitch. It works well. I don't know how some of these people they have somebody else mod for them and stuff like where you can put everything on auto mod and it takes care of itself. So, but where we're sitting at right now? We're sitting right now at 45 minutes. We got 45 minutes. Well, let's check in and see what they have as far as. And they are starting to load the locks, as you can see from the indicator up top. Right up here, they started shipping the ship fuel load, so they're loading the liquid oxygen right now, folks. You can see that, and the bleeding that used to be right at the halfway point stopped. So they're refueling liquid oxygen. That's part of their fuel that they load it up with, and that's what makes it fly. So we are continuing the workflow chart, as you can see up here. We're right there with 43 minutes left to go. So this is part of the. I know this looks mundane, and there's a lot of safety concerns in practice right now, because this stuff is very volatile. They have to be careful. They got to be according to procedures. They see a motorboat driving by there. They're probably looking at making sure the beach is cleared. I guess there's a beach there. They had to clear off all the beach goers there that were waiting in the Gulf. I guess it's called the Gulf of America now. So, and let's see, we got. So we're looking pretty good on the broadcast here, and the reason I like starting about. Well, I usually start about 30 minutes. I guess it's been a slow Sunday today, and just to get going and to get the broadcast going here. And let's see our audio, just to double check the audio. And oh, it's loud and clear on that, because I've got earbuds in, so I got my Surface 3 to monitor the audio and stuff. Let me check my feeds here. Okay, here we go. We're going to go through the feeds. This is the one from NSF, Spaceflight. What's the chance of a jellyfish tonight? Jellyfish, I don't know what that is. They're asking questions. AV, look, sounds great on Twitter. Okay, thank you, Declared. Thank you. Yeah. Audio visual sounds great on Twitch. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it from your standpoint. That's good feedback. I appreciate that. I usually get that from the people that are in the chat on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning broadcast that I do, and as far as that goes, so I appreciate that. I'm always leery of my sound. Before I did live streaming, I used to do a lot of audio before they called it podcasting. Okay, there's the liquid oxygen that's venting right now. They're fueling it up. They get a lot of off bleed and stuff. And liquid oxygen, when it hits the air, it'll cause that sort of vapor, cloud-like stuff. And we used to have liquid oxygen for certain aspects when I was in the Air Force. So this is a lot going on, because there's a lot going into the Starship as far as that goes. Let me see what do we got for other. Okay, we'll go ahead and go to this. This is from the NS, the different. This is from the other. They have 2 channels up right now, so they've got multiple angles as far as that goes, and then here's our bird's eye view as far as that goes. So we got a group of cameras going right now. So they're on their second. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4. So this last one is booster. So booster. They're starting to load the booster, and then as we get closer to launch, the next step is going to be Raptor engine chills. I have no idea what that. I guess they got to chill it, because that's vapor that's coming out of there. That liquid oxygen is super cold, I should say. So we're down to 39 minutes, and I'm starting to get excited, folks. Even though we got 39 minutes, the anticipation of the flight. And during the flight, I probably will not be doing that much commentary. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, here's Lepato. Let's check them out. Let's bring them up here. And let's see what they have to say. Okay, we do have some sound.
Definitely a lot of huffing and puffing going on out there now.
Okay, this is from La Padre Space.
indeed. Tank farm is very alive.
There's another view, wider picture.
The ship looks crazy from this angle. The methane tank is, I think that's just the reflection of the tower.
Yeah, that's definitely a reflection. That thing is very shiny.
Yeah, can't quite see frost buildup yet, but you can. I think it's like sweating, so it looks like a little bit moist.
Yeah.
Trying to be gentle with these camera controls so I don't mess up the view here. You can see on this the QD plumbing on the ship QD. You can see all that frost coming off of it. So, I mean, we already knew that methane loading had started, but like I said, I do believe they've also started loading liquid oxygen now. And the launch mount, however, is still venting. So they haven't started loading the booster yet.
Okay.
They may have started on the methane side, but they haven't started with
the Lauch.
Actually, I think they probably have started loading methane on the booster, given how much the tank farm is actually venting. I would say they probably have started on the booster.
Okay, that's the other part of the fuel. They got methane and they got liquid oxygen. You mix them together, and that's your rocket fuel for the Starship here. So right now you can see they're doing the locks, and I guess they do it in segments as far as that goes. And
alrighty, T-minus 41 minutes, and I believe we are about 10 minutes out from the start of the SpaceX live stream.
Oh, we got a hold on one of the camera. Let's see what that's about. I think we have a hold. We're on hold. There's something going on. So let's.
Alrighty.
I can go ahead.
Let's see. I'm showing a hold here for Starship Flight 10 on the NSF feed. Let's see if we get some commentary.
20-30, a good 20-30 minutes just to drain back whatever they loaded.
Okay.
Even though it took a few minutes just to load it, unfortunately, they don't have the same capacity to drain back as quickly as they load the rocket. It's a different procedure that they do. They run the same pumps but backward, but they don't run them at the same speed. It's a whole thing with pressures and whatnot on the ground tanks. It will be too long to explain. But bottom line is, it takes longer, right? And maybe those 45 minutes might not be enough, right? So right now we're standing by, seeing.
Okay, we won't panic. Okay. Okay, so we do have a confirmed hold, as you can see from the screen there, from the various streams that I'm monitoring. And I guess they made a overfilled one tank too much, so they have to back drain it out, or it takes a little bit for that to be done. And like I said at the beginning of this broadcast, that anything could happen as far as they got to be very safety conscious as far as doing this. And so it's looked like they might have, I don't know, maybe they went a little too fast or something like that. And, they're dealing with a lot of fluid that's going up there, both methane and liquid oxygen. Those are the two main components of the rocket fuel. They have two separate tanks for these, both in the heavy booster and the Starship. And when they mix into mix together in the engine that creates the thrust and the force that launches the rocket. As far as that goes, to keep it simple, okay. Um, of course, they're dealing with a lot of rocket science, but I'm not a rocket scientist. We got a motorcycle going cruising through, so we're on hold right now, and we'll just see what happens here as far as keeping tabs. And this is all part of the process when they're doing a launch. This is no different than back when I was watching the Mercury, the Gemini, and the Apollo launches, and even the space shuttle. Okay, I've seen them all, and like I said, I can recall as a very young lad, Alan Shepard being the first American to be launched into space. Of course, the Russians, the Soviet Union did it before the United States, but they actually orbited before we did. So, and now we're talking about sending rocket ships to Mars, or back to the moon and to Mars, and this will be the vehicle that we go back to those two heavenly bodies, I will call them. Some people say we shouldn't even go to the moon. Well, you gotta crawl before you can walk, and before you run, you have to learn how to walk properly, and that's all part of this process. Um, and and they collect a lot of data from these flights. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let's go to commentary here. I think we just got word of us.
Dining on me anymore.
Okay, this
Then
is
over
the
here we
folks
have one
from
of our,
NSF,
should I say patented? Not really
and they
patented.
say they're
Our
showing that
broadcast
it's
racks
scrubbed
over
as
here
well.
ingesting all of these cameras that actually time synchronizes all the inputs together and then sends it out on a fiber line that we installed up here on the roof of the Margaritaville, and sends them up to Kevin and the team so they can show them to you. But we've, of course, got all of this ready to go, and it looks like it's not going to happen. Let's send it back over to the rest of the team.
Yeah, so we just had the confirmation from SpaceX that indeed they're standing down from today's 10th flight of
That's too
Starship to
bad.
allow time to troubleshoot an issue with ground systems. So that is essentially the update from SpaceX, as I was suspecting that startup propellant load probably gave them some issues with the ground systems. But Adrian, what does happen when we scrub a launch or something scrubs?
This is the moment where we do something fun out of something we don't like, and that is we have a special collection of funny scrub shirts because we found it funny, and they are always branded with the certain launch vehicle that is scrubbing. So if a Falcon 9 scrubs, you sometimes get a Falcon 9 shirt about that scrub available for 6 hours. And this is a very rare one, right? Because this is a very rare scrub of a rocket that usually doesn't scrub. And at the top of our shop, you can now.
Okay, we're not going to promote their merchandise, so we went to a different feed here, and they're showing it is scrubbed also. Let me see. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let's go to this commentary here. Okay, declared says, "Dang, I'll see you again when they choose to launch it." Thanks. Okay, thanks for following, declared. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Greatly appreciate it. And like I said, it looks like it's being scrubbed. We're just trying to get some commentary here from the various feeds.
the static fire ship. So I think I don't know if it was the first static fire test. They ended up having to scrub because one of the flex hoses that was going to the ship was leaking. And so when I saw this, when they removed all of that stuff from the launch mount or from the booster QD, all of the ship hardware that they put on there, they haven't actually done like any kind of tanking test on the booster. So when they put booster 16 on the launch mount, I was kind of hoping that they would end up doing some sort of tanking test just to verify that all of this stuff that they unmodified was working properly. And I was actually talking to Ryan Hansen Space about this. There we go. They are standing down from today's 10th flight of Starship to allow them to address ground issues. And I literally, I told this
said it.
I told this to Ryan this morning. What did I say? My exact message. I said, let's see here.
So it looks like it's some ground issues as far as that goes. And let's see what we got here. Let's go back here to the folks on NSF.
Huh.
Yeah, some ground issues of some
Weird.
sort.
I mean, they did just do like repeated modifications and then unmodifications and then like they've been messing with this mount to get it ready for ship testing. So, this will be the first full stack. I mean, go ahead.
I was going to say, and they did not do a wet dress rehearsal. A lot of people were asking that in chat. But we said over the course of today's countdown that no, they stacked yesterday, even before 24 hours from the launch, and they just went for it. And this is what happens, right? You run the risk. It may happen like Flight 9, where you don't have any issues, and you go down the count and you launch, right? That happened on Flight 9. It may happen like on Flight 8, where, late into the countdown, you have multiple different issues, and then you have to scrub and turn around for 3 days and things like that. Or it can happen like today, where it was very early in the propellant load, and they're probably going to try again tomorrow. It's not fully confirmed yet, I guess, because they probably have to take a look at that ground support system. But we'll probably expect something.
Okay, if they do launch tomorrow, we will be back on just to make that point as far as that goes. We'll be keeping tabs on this, and we'll see what else they have to say.
What you want is a smattering of small, puffy, broken clouds at the right altitude, so that when when the vehicle is going through max Q, it's not just boring blue sky behind them.
Exactly.
Like, you need some contrast. It's like, what was that movie, the Aviator? It's like, we gotta have clouds.
Oh yeah, let's go to Oakland for clouds, right?
Yeah, and some people are wondering, like, if they try tomorrow or if they try another day, it's the same window. It's the same 6:30 p.m. Central to 7:30 p.m. Central window. So if they try tomorrow,
they don't have to take into account the sidereal day or whatever. They don't have to move it by 4 minutes or whatever.
There's no station, there's no geo placement or anything like that. They just can go at the same window. So good to know that.
But there is a caveat to this. If they need some more time to troubleshooting, because we know they have working an issue, and it's already fairly late in the day. So, and we know also their operation starts very early in the morning. There could be a situation where they need some time in the morning, they check it overnight, they just need some more time, and they are just not ready in time tomorrow to start all of the other operations that lead up to a launch. Because they can, of course, not fully run their tank farm while people are working on it to fix it, if it's the tank farm. So there's also a non-zero chance that this will go more to a Wednesday or Thursday window, should the issue be more than just, oh, we looked at it, it's fine.
Yeah. And then you get into, I need to get a part shipped in.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Right, yeah, right. Put it on the private plane, because FedEx won't get it there fast enough, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
goodness.
It's an absolutely possible situation. Like Scott said, even if that part is in Hawthorne, even then, where's the plane? How fast can you get it there? How fast do you need to, like, there's all kinds of implications into this. And we will have to wait and see what the NOTAM say, what the NOTMAR say, what SpaceX says, and when the countdown will resume. And that is something I want to quickly mention, by the way, our socials, because that is where you will be updated. So it's X, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok. You will get updates. Yep. When
Jinx, you owe me a code.
We have a new T0.
Yeah, definitely stay tuned to the socials. I particularly like our Instagram because it features stories from different team members. So it's like a little, kind of like a little curated BTS feed from all of the different team members. So definitely.
Oh, something happened. Let's see what happened here. We got a refresh on the feed.
More boxes, more options. Grainger has over 1,700 box types.
Okay, let's see. We don't need that. Let's see what. So, like I said, the actual flight of the Starship has been scrubbed. So there's nothing you can really do about it. They got certain safety measures, and the rocket they say they will it may launch tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 7:30 Eastern. I'm on Eastern Time. So and let's see, as far as what else we got for feeds here. Now I'm looking at the SpaceX's X feed, and they have yet to say stand down. Oh, okay, it is official. We do have as far as that goes, we have over on the web page for their X page there. You can see. Let me shut this off here. You can see right here, standing down from today's flight on Starship to allow time to troubleshoot issues on ground systems. So that's as of 7:13. That's about 10 minutes ago. And so that has been posted on the SpaceX page. What's this right here? Watch the space. Okay, that's their web page and stuff like that. Okay. So it is official right there. And so we'll just have to come back tomorrow and see what happens with the flight of Starship 10. And let's see if we have anything else on the feeds here. Just and they're probably doing a defuel of the SpaceX Starship 37 and Heavy Booster 16. Whatever fuel they put in, they have to actually, reverse the process as far as defueling it. And they can't leave fuel in it. They fuel it up just before the launch, because I guess that's the most efficient way of okay, I think we're back here on the these guys from NASA space. Okay, let's bring them back up.
Not just even that we don't like what Elon says, or that we don't think that Elon is not too much into the program.
I like what he says.
Yeah, it's just to hear more things, right, from other people that are also working on Starship. I think that diversity, when Wine speaks about Falcon or Starship or anything like that, it's always awesome to see her as well doing that kind of stuff. Every single time we get something else from other people at SpaceX, that's always great.
I think, to be clear, because I've said it a lot of times in our lead up to this flight, and especially when discussing the Starship update, I do find the high level and the high level sort of discussion to be very meaningful. And generally, it's easier to convince people of a thing with rhetoric versus logic. Unfortunately, and it's like, if we're going to get to Mars, we need people to understand, first and foremost, why it's important. And arguably the most important reason is because we only have one Earth, and you should always have a backup for your data. And humanity has just been, we're just accumulating data and learning about the universe. Maybe we should back that up. I totally agree. I just think, we all agree. We're on the same page. Now give us the details. Let's see. I don't know how to pronounce this. Scott, any guesses on how to pronounce that? Or Adrian or Alex. I don't want to butcher it.
Oh, it's
on the horn. Scott, I'll give this one to you first. I mean, what do we think is going to happen to? Hopefully, that's something we learn in a notional Starship technical update coming down the pipe.
I mean, logically, they're going to have to.
But yeah,
I'm
not sure. No, you're good. I'm just not sure.
Okay, they're talking there. Let's take one last look at lab parade, folks.
Make it actually look good. I think it turned out pretty well, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. And we have a few people with us today. Of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Lab Padre with us out there at the Rocket Ranch viewing outpost.
How's it going, Zach? It's good to see you again, man. It's been a while.
I know. Yeah, I'm sad I couldn't be out there. I was actually out there like a week ago, and I was going to stay, but I was like, I had so many other things to do, so didn't want to come home and then fly right back out. But, viewing it from home is almost better sometimes because you get to see all of the different views and
all the views. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It's great to have you on the stream with us again. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like they're just redoing their stream here. So let's go back to the NASA folks here. And NSF.
Back to the hopper lot or the launch site.
Good question. I mean, to the side, there's not really that much space for them, and also these things are very heavy. So at least I would be very worried to park them in not fully reinforced road for a long period of time. That sounds like a recipe for getting your SPMT stuck in a lot of mud.
Yeah, don't want that. Although, y'all remember when they rolled out the launch mount for Pad 2 and they had to navigate the mud trough off the side of the road? That was it's pretty remarkable what they can do with an SPMT. Cool. More questions.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and they're just talking about other things that have nothing to do, but you can see that the flight is scrubbed, and they're probably in the process of defueling. Starship 37 and Heavy Booster 16. And so we're going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and wrap this up here ourselves because we're at 1 hour, and that's okay. We're at an hour, and we'll just go ahead and. So that's, and I said at the beginning of the broadcast, it could happen. It could happen. They could scrub it. They could. They're in the process of defueling, and we'll see if this is a go tomorrow. I'm not really holding my breath because if they found some issues, and I don't think that they're going to be prudent. They're not going to. They're going to make sure it's done right. They can wait a couple days, fix the issue. There's no. I would say they're going to be very safety conscious as far as getting ready. Even with it sitting on the pad, they go through their processes and the procedures as far as getting ready for the flight. And repetition is good in space flight as far as to make sure it's done safely and done correctly. And when you have issues that develop, you just have to take a step back, reevaluate, fix the issue. If it takes a couple days, if it takes a couple weeks, you got to fix the issue because the other alternative is you just lose the spacecraft as far as that goes. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here, and I want to say thank you to our chatters that were in on the Twitch side. We had Tim. And we had Declared, first-time chatter there, coming in on there. Thank you very much for being here. Greatly appreciate you being here. I appreciate the viewers that are just watching. We're ending up with 5 people. I always say if I have more than 2 people on the broadcast, I'm a success. So I'm a success. I don't put my bar any, but I do appreciate the replays. We do get a number of replays, so I thank you very much. And I do this from the standpoint that it's interesting. It's part of our world. It's the world that we live in. The technologies that come out of this particular field are immense since the beginnings of the all this space travel that we do. And it's going to be something of the future. Now we're a lot of time before we could take a USS Enterprise or something like that, but it's still exciting nonetheless. And I always get very excited about it. Am I disappointed? No, because they have to be safe. Okay, I've seen enough of these space launches that you have to be safe, and they're the ones that we're just the viewers. So it's like, so I do appreciate that. I want to say thank you to the feeds there that provided some coverage there. The Lapadia channel, the NASA Spaceflight channel, the Launchpad. Those were the 3 main ones. Space.com or SpaceX didn't come up, but we did see on the SpaceX page that today's flight has been scrubbed. And they'll try and give it a go tomorrow. I will come up probably maybe not as early as I did today because it's been a while since they had one. This is the 4th one they're trying this year, okay? And that's a lot. They've already surpassed last year's number of flights. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Until then, you all have a great Sunday evening or morning, wherever you may be on this big blue marble. I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on X. That's the mainstay of where I post things on these social media feeds. It's I do post on other platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where I'm at, or else just look at the various links that are on the various platforms. So we're leaving with folks there from 1 person on Rumble, 1 person on Locals, 3 people on Twitch, 0 people on. No, we have 1 person on YouTube. And we have 1 person on Facebook. Oh, let me see. Did they? Okay, no commentary, but we do have 1 person on Facebook. Hi, Facebook. Facebook's a rarity. And let's see what we have on Kick. Kick, the number doesn't come in. So we'll go ahead and check. But I want to say we got 2 people on Kick. Thank you, Kick. Hello, Kick. I have to, and we're not on X Live because I forgot to push the button there. So you all have a great one. Take care, live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Ciao for now.